Hey traders, John Howell here. Today I want to teach you one indicator that you can use that can give you a massive probability of increasing your success rate when looking for a good trade. So this is a danger that most people do, and I'm going to educate you not to do this, but also what to look out for so you know that it's a warning sign to not get into a trade if this one thing is happening. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, alrighty. So one of the big things in the markets that I have learned over my 17 years of being involved with the markets has been using momentum, okay? Using momentum in the markets. I like to use I have 4 trading rules in the way that I trade. If you'd like to learn my entire trading system, then just go to John's, JOHNS, freetraining.com, and you can join my next free training, and I'm going to share with you all the details to my trading system. But the first 2 rules that I like to use, which is trend analysis, which is high highs and lower lows, lower highs. All right, so that's trend analysis. But the one thing I really want to focus on in this video here is my second rule, which is momentum. And I like to use momentum in like looking at the moving average, okay? So this right now we're looking at simply just a daily chart, and it could be anything, okay? It could be anything. But right now we're looking at a daily chart, and I use a 52. This is a long term. It's more of a longer term moving average, okay? So here's what happens in the markets a lot of the times, and it's actually going to stop you from actually getting into trades where you're like, you know what? There's actually a probability this is going to be a fake out. If the moving averages to me measures overbought, oversold levels. So what happens if over time, now I'm looking at the Euro USD right now, traders, but I'm going to be looking at a whole bunch of other markets in a minute as well. But you'll notice, firstly, that I look at this, I like to use it from, if it gets too far away from the moving average, well, then we know it's getting to the overbought, oversold level. But that's one side. The other side is I'm using it for momentum. So, for example, if the moving average is strong on a direction, okay, so if we have a strong direction in the markets, say it's going up, then we know that there's strong longer term momentum on the upside. So therefore the probability is to look for longs in that particular market. Same for the downside. If the moving average is strongly going down, well, then we want to look for shorting opportunities. But also what happens is that if the moving averages are going up or down, say it's going down, but then suddenly, let's actually do this here. Let me change this color here to say black. Let's just say the market comes back down to here, right? And then we start to get a rally, and then we start to get a bit of a breakout through here. But you'll notice the moving average is trending down. Moving averages measures sort of that's sort of telling you where the trend is, but also where momentum is. If the moving average is trending down, but then suddenly we start to get a breakout, there's actually a good probability, not certainty, there's a good probability this is going to be a fake out because there is momentum against that, and it's just going to do something like this. And same for the upside. If the market's rallying up and then we go through a bit of a pullback, but then we have the moving average still strongly trending up, there's a high probability we're going to do something like that, right? So it's like we're going against momentum. So the best thing to do, right, is go with momentum. I like to call this the stream, and it's one of the reasons why my trading is so successful, because I just wait for the market to tell me that we have a strong stream. Okay, so if I know that, let me just take this off the screen here. If I know that there is a strong stream to the upside, and it's streaming, and there's a big current, and it's waving to the upside, right? And just say, for example, it's like a surfer, right? I can see that there's a good strong current that's pushing this thing to that direction. So then what is my job over here? All right, let's see if I can actually do. All right, and then there's my surfboard. Oh, wow. So there's my surfboard, right? So what am I doing? I'm just waiting for a good time for the market. I'm just waiting for a good time when the waves sort of calm down for me to jump in. And then I'm looking to just jump on that next big wave, right? Because you know, when you swim against the current, what happens? You get tired and you drown, and you're asking the lifeguard to come and save your ass. Happens to me, or as has happened to me a couple of times. Okay, so go with the stream. So if the stream, aka the moving average, in this case, like the Euro USD, if the stream is strongly trending down like it is here, as you can see that this move to the upside failed, and then guess what happened? Then it completely flushed back down. So the stream is going down. So anytime you get, like we can see, anytime you get these pullbacks, but you're seeing the moving average trending down strong, look at this here, trending down, and especially through here, we're getting a very strong trending down. There's a very high probability that you're going against that. Let me share with you another example on, say, the S&P 500, right? So last year, a lot of people were calling the top. But look what the moving average was doing. And this is what a lot of people just didn't understand. Look what the moving average was doing this entire time. Every time we got a pullback, look how strong. We got a pullback, but look how strong the moving average was. Look how strong it was. And every time we got a pullback, look how strong, as you can see, right? Strong. Now, yes, there are going to come a point in time when you start to get a bit of a flattening out period and so on and so forth, right? The purpose is not to just trade based on this, right? You want a whole set of rules, but this is one thing is to use the stream for your favor in your direction. Same for people that were looking for the dollar to actually drop just recently, and I'm like, I don't actually see it, not yet anyway. Like, I just don't see the dollar like going in that direction, not yet. Why? Because even though we got this breakdown, what was the moving average telling us? It was still what? It was still pretty strong to the upside. See that through there? It's still very, very strong to the upside. And so we're very, 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 very sharply pointing. And that's the reason why this pullback here, as you can see, exhausted and then slinged it back to the upside. So traders, make sure that this is just one thing. As I said before, like in my trading system, I have 4 different rules that I follow, or really 5. But there's 4 simple rules I'm looking for an entry signal. But the second one is I'm looking to use a longer term moving average. And I know that if I'm looking to go short, and I'm actually against the trend, we're making higher lows, but also secondly, the moving average is strongly in that direction. I'm telling you right now, traders, there is a massive probability. And the reason why I know that is because I've actually, my dumb ass has actually had losses in the past, too many to count. I haven't taken a trade like that. I think I took one last year. Yeah, I think I took one last year, and it only went on for a very small profit, and then it went against me, and then I got out, I think, for a small loss or for a small profit or something like that. It wasn't a very big one, but when I went back and analyzed after I got out of the trade, I'm like, that's the reason why that didn't run on, right? Like here, when this broke down, why didn't this run on? Because the momentum's still strongly trending to the upside. So you want to be looking for times just like this here, right? Look at this here. This is very, 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 when you get this, look at this here, look how strong this is on the downside. And then we got a pullback, and then guess what? We got the pullback, and then we continue down with the actual market itself. So traders, use this in conjunction of your trading, and I promise you that you're going to start to increase your success rate. But not only that, but this is going to help you not be tired with your trading, right? You know, it's like swimming against the current. You get really, really, really tired in the markets. But if you can just use this, you're looking for times to jump in on a good trade, but then you're just looking for a really good time to jump in. So then the current can then just take you, right? AKA trend, AKA looking at the direction of the moving average, which is like the momentum in the markets. Traders, I want to invite you to my webinar that I'm running today. And on this webinar, I'm going to share with you all the details to my #1 trading system for the last 17 years and how I only trade 1 hour per day. Plus, also going to be learning the 3 secrets that I had to master over the last 17 years to generate a really good income. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description, click on that. Go over there right now, register. If you are struggling with the trading right now, I promise you this is going to completely game change, because you're going to understand why you are going backwards and why you're losing money. And then I'm going to teach you exactly what the system I use that gets me a really high % win-loss ratio. So this is what I want you to do right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go over there, register for my webinar right now today, because you're going to absolutely love it. Or there should be a link in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. So go to that right now, and I look forward to seeing you on my next webinar. Go to that right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go to that right now.